love something more than you love yourself. I doubt you've ever dared to love anybody that much.
I got money, nigga. $50 you can have this money.
I know you regret it, love. You told me so many. I know you regret, but I still. I know you regret, but I still. I know you regret it, love. You told me so many times, but I still. I know you regret, but I still wonder.
You ain't gonna do shit. And don't be acting like no pussy when we get the fuck out there.
hands wet?
No. Just no. I don't want to lie. Can't tell the truth. It's over.
Doesn't matter. I love you. None of it matters.
Too late. I don't love you anymore. Goodbye. If love had a sound, this would be that sound.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey Connor, how you doing this week?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Welcome everybody to the Dylan Questions Everything live show. My name is Dylan at The Real Dylan Adams on Instagram and Twitter. My man Connor here is not much of a man for social media, so I'm not going to even attempt to plug his social media handles because I'm not so sure that he even
I know it now. 'Cause
really
remember,
has one.
I
Do
have,
you-
I have Instagram and Snapchat, but I couldn't tell you what the Snapchat one was.
What's up, Tyler? You can talk. What's going on?
Your screen just cut out
My screen just cut out.
down
Oh.
there. Your desk screen.
Oh goodness, look at that! And you know
first
what?
technical difficulties.
So for everybody just now tuning in, welcome to the new set. My TV down there and the desk is controlled by my phone, and it's a little bit finicky. So please excuse any technical difficulties that we may or may not have with that setup. We have to figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Figure something out better
New set,
for,
so
for next week. So
we
lots
got it.
been going on this week. A lot
Has
of stuff to talk about. Didn't have a whole lot of time tonight, so we had to kind of boil it down to a few things. Now I'll go ahead and admit right off the bat that I did not watch the big awards show that went on last night.
Well, don't feel bad. I didn't even know it was on last night.
if you came to the Dylan Questions Everything show to discuss the I believe it was the Oscars were last night.
Yep.
Sorry, you're going to be sorely disappointed. We're not going to have much
I heard it was.
Oscars
I heard
talk
it was the
tonight.
boringest one in a while, and people are saying it
It was,
sucked.
it was also the first Oscars without a host.
Yeah, I remember.
I did hear about that. The first Oscars without a host. So how exactly did they handle that?
So
What did they do?
They had different presenters for each category and each award.
So they had presenters instead of one singular host. So
Yeah.
they're trying to be more inclusive
Mm-hmm.
of everyone. I mean, that makes sense.
yeah.
I understand
I thought
that.
wasn't it supposed to be Kevin Hart, and then some old tweets came up and they canceled.
Yeah, they had some issues there.
So hey,
new-
there's
new
Tyler.
camera
Yeah, we got a new
working out
camera
here.
over on
And then-
producer. So for everybody that hasn't seen his glorious face before, we got the producer cam on Tyler now. So
Great.
welcome, Tyler.
you.
Obviously, we're not
Thank you.
welcoming him to the team, but we're welcoming him to the stream.
I'll just cut the stream there and see what you guys do.
Yeah, we can just end it there, I guess. That's a wrap, guys.
Great show, guys.
Yeah. Well, I hope everybody likes the new set. We've still got some work to do. Hopefully, we'll be bringing image quality up as well. We're still streaming on a webcam.
We're
of all
working on it.
things,
We're
so
getting there.
I'd say we're doing pretty good with what we've got.
we can afford a TV and a desk, some nice mics, a MacBook even now. You've upgraded that.
Dude, this is like $100 worth of brick.
We got
okay?
some masonry
we're
going on.
We're doing pretty good here.
Yep.
And by the way, we're on Patreon now.
Oh.
I don't know why in the world you would want to support us or donate to us.
Or see those ugly faces in any higher resolution.
Or let us upgrade or continue for any reason whatsoever. If I were you, I would make sure that nobody donates so that no one has to endure this experience. But if you feel so inclined and you'd like to donate, you can find us on Patreon. Just go on Patreon and search Dylan Questions Everything. Excuse me, Dylan Questions Everything.
Right.
And you can pledge any donation amount you'd like.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
$4.20. We'll take anything.
Smoke weed
For,
every day.
for anyone that donates $4.20 or higher,
Oh, gosh.
we'll put your name somewhere in the set.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know.
that's
You might not even see it, but it'll be there.
Well, I feel like
Speaking of
I feel
that-
like that's the whole point. Though.
Speaking of your name on the set, I did just want to say publicly for everybody watching, if anyone, and Connor, I know we didn't talk about this before the show, so I'm not
I'm
trying
ready.
to. I'm not trying to throw you off, or
No, this
I don't
is-
want you to feel like I'm trying to replace you. Okay,
Okay. I'm ready.
because I'm not.
I'm ready.
I just wanted to say for everyone watching, if anybody else wants to come on the show,
You can sit right here next
this
to me.
is a 3-person couch. I've got room for 2 more.
I
If
don't
anybody wants to come on the show and discuss anything that we talk about, or just come on and hang out with us and have a good time, you're more than welcome to. Hit us up in the DMs and we'll work something out. All right, so.
All right, what do we got for this show?
First thing I wanted to talk about today was, now I'm not much of a basketball. I mean, I played basketball in high school, but I'm not much of a basketball fan.
No.
But my attention, like everyone else's, was caught this week when Duke basketball player had his shoe practically explode on the court.
Yes.
So let's take a look at this.
Whoops. We working on it, guys. Don't
Yeah, we're getting there.
Tyler's got it.
For everybody watching, you'll also notice that the chat is now available in the stream. So feel free to participate.
Hyperextended his leg. He is down, slipped. Perhaps some perspiration.
So the first shot's a little bit rough to see. Obviously, you see that he fell. But here, take a look at this. Boom.
Bam. That
So he
soul just
plants
tore
his
right
foot.
off.
Now, go ahead and pause it right there for a second. I will just say that this is not a small dude.
And
Okay.
that is a great pause right there.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a beautiful face.
He's also the same dude that there's a picture of catching a rebound and he's putting a dent in the basketball.
Exactly. So, not to. Oh, see, there it goes again. See, I'm paying attention though. The monitor. Yeah. See. So, that's not to say, or I guess I'm just saying yes. So, one, he's a big dude, and
Yeah.
if you were watching that when he plants his foot into the
It just
ground,
tore.
I mean there's a lot of force behind that. Behind that stop.
I've never planted and my soul just tore right off. That's never happened to me.
I was gonna say now I've never planted heel on a breakaway or whatever
it
and
just-
had my heel
just
explode.
disappeared.
And I can guarantee you that is not like some shoe that guy's been using for
No,
the
that's
last
probably
3
brand new
years
out
of
of the
his
box
career.
shoe.
Like he probably at most like
Oh,
4
no,
or
no,
5
no.
games on
No,
that.
I don't even think it's multiple games.
No,
I'm
they probably
pretty,
get it-
I'm
yeah.
pretty certain those shoes
Or
are a
brand-
new
yeah,
pair every
every
game,
game.
or at least that's probably pretty normal.
Or-
Maybe not for everyone, but I'm sure there's
For
a couple
them, I'm
players
sure
that
they've
care,
got
you
a-
know, what have their own or not have their own, but they have shoes they prefer to wear. But there's no way that
He's
that
not
was
playing more than 1 or 2 games on one pair of shoes.
No, absolutely not. I mean, he's playing 1 or 2 games at most. So I mean, that was a brand new pair of shoes, and
And for
so
it to rip like that, I mean, look.
here's the thing. Tickets, that wasn't just any game either, okay? Tickets to that game were $2,500 a piece. This was a big game. There were a ton of
Well,
people
it's
there.
North
I'm
Carolina
not
and
going to
Duke.
pretend to, I
It's
mean,
both the rivalry and a top 10 game.
And Duke's
It's
number 1.
exactly. If I spent a little bit of time living in North Carolina, and I can tell you that rivalry is just about as powerful as Alabama.
And I mean,
Auburn
that's what-
football. That is a big game.
That's like 30 seconds into the game. I mean, it's
yeah, they were still
19,
first
20
half.
Yeah, 19 minutes left.
Right. So Nike, of course, they responded,
Well,
right?
You have,
so
you feel like you have to.
if you go to the next slide, of course, Nike responded. They said, we're obviously concerned and we want to wish Zion a speedy recovery. The quality and performance of our products are of utmost importance. And while this is an isolated occurrence, we are working to identify the issue. Well, Nike, I think I know the issue. Next slide. The issue here is that you're producing these tennis shoes for less than $1 a piece using child labor, but I digress.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think? Do you think this is going to be bad for the Nike brand?
No.
Do you think this is going to hurt them any?
Yeah, I think it is, obviously. I mean,
It's going to hurt them for a
any
little bit.
bad press like that is going to hurt any company, no matter how big. But the real difference comes in how you recover from it. And these big companies have a knack for recovering remarkably.
I was going to say that temporarily, right? Because they always say there's no such thing as bad press. Whenever the whole Colin Kaepernick thing happened with Nike, you can call that good press or bad press, call it whichever side of the aisle you want to sit on. But the point is, there was a lot of bad press,
But it
and
still worked.
Nike's stocks took a hit. But a week later, they
They're back to
rebounded
normal.
and not only went back to normal, but went right back up. So these are actually the stocks. Now, a lot of news organizations will show you this image without, showing you any detail to try to explain to you that, oh man, Nike,
Yeah.
whew, you messed up, guys. But okay, this is a 1.5% drop.
Okay, well, let's also be honest. If
Okay.
it happened to anyone other than
This
Zion
graph
Williamson,
is 1.5%. It was like a $3
well, then
drop.
they're fine. And if it would happen to anyone other than Zion Williamson, they wouldn't have been a story. It's just because he's a big time Duke.
Do you think
superstar.
so?
Yes.
Do you think so? That's a question. If that shoe blew up
on just your average Joe?
well, we all know. I was gonna say what's his name, Levon Ball, but he would never wear those
Yeah,
because he's got his
he's
own.
got the big baller brand
He's
or
got
whatever
the big
it's called.
baller brand or whatever it
Could
is.
you
so-
imagine if those Michael Jordan, while he was wearing a pair of Nikes,
It
exploded
like that. Then yeah,
Oh
Not
my
that
God.
I don't think Nike would ever recover from.
Oh
See,
my
that's what I'm saying.
gosh.
If it had been some average Joe at some junior
and if
college,
if they were Jordans,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because do we know what kind of shoes these were? Which
They are someone's
series or
shoes.
which
Because,
whatever? I'm not a sneakerhead.
yeah,
so
someone
don't kill me
came
for
out.
not knowing.
It's an NBA player's shoe.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I know
but-
because the player came out and said something. I remember that, but I can't remember
Right.
who it was.
I'm trying to find it.
It may have been like Kevin Durant
No, they're.
or
I had them right here.
who was it?
Oh my God.
But yeah,
I don't know,
I
I
think
can't
if it
find it.
happened to any other player, it wouldn't have been that big a deal.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
I can't
because-
disagree with that.
Yeah, I mean-
but I think it could have even to his point. I think it could have been a bigger deal had it been a
Oh
bigger
well, yeah.
player.
If it had been a bigger player, yeah.
right.
Mhm.
If this were like NBA level,
And,
Oh,
and
yeah,
another
championship.
another big thing about it is Duke lost that game.
Oh yeah, Duke ended up losing.
So did he? I mean, he continued playing.
No,
After
he
that,
left.
did he? Or
No.
was he,
He
injured?
left.
That was it after.
Yeah, I don't think he's played since it happened. Which I don't know if
Goodness
they've had another game either. I don't keep up with Duke basketball or any basketball.
Goodness gracious, I can't believe that.
But yeah, no.
So he gets injured based on the shoes. So is there any kind of recourse for him? I mean,
And I don't know.
their shoe blew up.
I mean, I don't know how that works. I mean, he's going to the NBA no matter what, so he's
Gonna
going to be fine.
Is he gonna sue Nike?
Would you sue Nike?
If it were like a career-ending injury, yeah.
But it's just
If my
it's
shoe
just a
blew up.
mild knee sprain. I mean, he'll be back in 2
I'm
or
sure
3
he'll
weeks.
be okay,
Yeah, he'll be
so.
back in 2 or 3 weeks. Oh no, I mean, if my knee blew out and I was told I'm never going to play again, maybe. But
Yeah.
how? I mean, Nike's a huge company. How? That's a lot of legal fees I'm gonna have to fight through.
That
Yeah.
is true. Probably
I
not
mean,
worth it.
Even CNN chimed in about referring to him as the next LeBron James.
Yeah, everyone. He's
Really? So I mean, I'll be brutally honest. I haven't heard of this guy before,
No, he's-
but that
he's-
like I said, I'm not a basketball.
he's definitely
Much of a
first. He's
basketball.
definitely leaving this year and gonna be a first round pick somewhere. He's
Barack Obama tweeted about it.
About the incident?
Yeah, saying Zion Williamson seemed like an outstanding young man as well as an outstanding basketball player, wishing him a speedy recovery. Apparently, he had attended.
I want
the
to know
game,
what Trump
So.
what Trump had to say.
He would probably be going off on Nike for some child labor.
I don't
Can,
think Trump
can one
said
of the
anything.
interns please?
Let's make a.
Yeah, one of the interns. I want to see what Trump had to say about this. Get them
hey,
doing
I'll,
something.
I'll be looking for that.
It's
real
about
quick.
time. And
I don't know if he
bring me
said
some more
anything.
coffee while you're at it. Thank you. Yes.
Uh,
No.
It's a
No.
it's a staff of one, Dylan.
Oh yeah, there's nobody over there.
Yeah.
I'm about to say let's just see a wall. It was a nice try. I mean, we're only 4. What? I don't even know how many episodes we're in. 4.
Yeah. This is the 4th episode. Yeah.
I don't think
Fourth
we're gonna have
episode of-
interns by the 4th.
No, probably not. But we're getting
Even
there.
by the
We're
100th,
getting
I
there.
don't think we'll have interns.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
I think that
Unless
should
we
be a
just
challenge.
explode. You want to
I think that
have
should be a
interns by the
challenge.
100th episode?
And I think speaking of challenges, I think we should do. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I think at some point in the show next week we should do some type of challenge,
I mean, I'm down.
some type of something. We'll come up with a game for me and Connor
We'll let
to
the
play.
comments
something
decide what we play.
something either embarrassing or
Well, everything I do is embarrassing.
Painful.
So let's not do
some
painful.
hot sauce or I don't know. We'll figure something. Let us know in the comments, guys. I want to see some comments rolling in. Let us know what we should do next week in terms of some sort of game or challenge. I think that'd be fun.
Okay. All right.
What do we got here? So let's.
So what do we? What's our next topic?
Yes.
What's our next topic?
I've been waiting all week to talk about this.
All right. What you got,
So, Mr. Kraft.
Robert Kraft, the
Oh,
Rub and Tug.
and by the way,
Yes.
I found that tweet from Donald Trump.
Oh, there is a
he
tweet.
said this incident was because of all the child labor in China. # build a wall.
Great.
That was from Real OG Trump. Just so you.
I
Thanks.
don't think that was a real
Maybe we need a
Trump
new person behind the
tweet.
computer.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm on a limited budget here. I don't get paid.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You get what you get.
Fair.
So-
okay, 19.
All right, so let's intro the next topic. I've got a video that I want to play, of course, because I'm lazy like that. I let somebody else do the talking. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Pull this up. This is funny.
All right.
Let's take you to West Palm Beach in Florida now, where the state attorney's office is expected to address the charges against
So,
Patriots
pause it real
owner
quick.
Robert Kraft.
Not to interrupt, just to lay the groundwork here. So what I wanted to show you was the prosecutor that is basically going to explain the charges and what's going on. But he said some things that were kind of interesting. So go ahead.
Let's listen in.
On Friday, February 22nd, the Jupiter Police Department gave us case filing packets stemming from their prostitution sting. After review by our intake prosecutors, we are charging 25 individuals.
25 individuals. So pause it real quick.
Well, then
So
they
to
have
my
like
knowledge
200.
right now, well, the 25 individuals that he's talking about are all wealthy, high-profile individuals.
Yes.
Apparently, when he was in there, when this happened, he was with another, and they have said, quote unquote, wealthy, high-profile individual, but they wouldn't name him.
Yeah, well, there's like
If they could name the owner of the Patriots right after winning the Super Bowl, who is it that they're not naming?
oh no, I love
Like,
everyone.
holy crap.
I love everyone that's saying Roger Goodell did it to him. Roger Goodell set this
You know
up.
what? I'm sick of this crap.
Yeah,
You-
because Roger Goodell could totally pull that off. He could get 200 people arrested.
I bet it was Takashi.
You think
I
Takashi
think-
did this?
I think
he's
Tekashi ratted
still
him out.
spilling his
Oh,
guts.
great.
Takashi's still spilling the beans, man.
Well, why did he?
That's
I
what
mean,
happened. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Jesus.
Prostitution, pursuant to sections 796.07, 2F, and 5A1 of the Florida statutes. This charge is a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in jail, a mandatory $5,000
Pause
fine,
that.
100 hours of
So what they're actually considering him charging with carries, what did he say? 1 year in jail?
Yeah.
Up to
Up
1
to
year.
1
in
Up
year.
jail.
to 1 year in jail.
And a $5,000 mandatory $5,000 fine.
And a mandatory.
Okay, and then you got to
5,000.
remember the NFL is going to hammer him too.
Oh no! We'll get there.
Oh, we're getting there?
We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get to the NFL side on this because that's even more interesting. Go ahead.
community service and a class on the dangers of prostitution and human
A
trafficking.
class on the
We also
dangers.
expect to receive filing
Human
packets for the
tra-
2 women who have been arrested by the Jupiter Police Department for, among other things,
It's like when I was in the
providing
Army.
support from
Every
the
quarter they'd
proceeds
make
of
us sit through a
prostitution,
class
which is
about
a
how to not
second-degree felony.
rape people.
No.
They're
All
like, don't
defendants
do
are
it.
presumed
Don't do
innocent
it.
at
Don't
this
you
point.
do it.
The charges
No.
begin the court
No.
process
Back.
with local defendants being mailed
Okay.
a summons to appear
That was
in
our
court.
weekly class.
Out of county defendants will have a capias issued, which is essentially a low-level warrant, and will have to either
How much more
surrender
time's on this one? I think this
or
one is
have
on.
Uh,
Yeah,
we
that's,
got
we're not gonna
20
we're not
minutes
gonna go through the whole
satisfy
20
the
minutes.
warrant.
So the point is, from a legal perspective, he may not even once again. And it seems, why is it like every topic that we go over, it seems like the resounding theme is we're going to talk about some asshole that's not getting in trouble for what he should be getting in trouble for. I feel like that's basically
Because-
what this show
Well,
is
Rich,
becoming,
yeah.
or
I-
this world. I don't know.
I feel like it's a
Or
theme
it's
because we tend to talk about mostly celebrities that are getting in trouble
Now,
because
and
they're
they-
the only ones that are worth talking about
Yeah,
because
like I
that's the
said,
only
so
people know.
Apparently, there was 200 people in total that were arrested. They have them all on surveillance and videos, which is what I thought was hilarious when Robert Kraft's lawyer came out and said, "We deny this we deny this, even though there's video of us, we deny it." But like those other
better.
people,
Hey, have you ever seen this other guy that kind of looks like Kraft?
Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, all those other people are probably going to jail because what are they going to fight it with?
And so here's even better, right? I've been hearing talk amongst my coworkers and friends and everybody else saying, "Oh yeah, he's probably gonna end up having to like sell the team and all this." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
It's $5,000.
He's
Have
not
you-
selling the team.
500. So 5,000. So 5. I forgot. So
It's
on the
5,000.
prosecution side, you're right. Yes,
Yes,
$5,000. So here's what the NFL's had to say. Tyler, if you'll pull up the next one for me.
I can't wait to see what the NFL said.
Our personal conduct policy applies equally to everyone in the NFL. We will handle this allegation in the same way we would handle any issue under the policy. Next one. We're seeking a full understanding of the facts while ensuring that we do not interfere with an ongoing law enforcement investigation. We'll take appropriate action as warranted based on the facts. And that's the official NFL statement. So basically what they're saying is we don't know everything just yet, and so we're not going to say anything just yet. They're not saying anything at all.
I feel like Roger Goodell will do something just because it's the Patriots and it's Robert Kraft. They've been having a feud for
I saw it.
so long.
Yeah, well, that's
I feel
true.
like he's going to do something.
Well, here's the thing, though. I saw in another clip, and I don't have this one prepared, but I've got my notes here. I actually saw in another clip where the potential punishment from the NFL is a 6-game suspension and $500K, which again might as well be $5K. That is not.
Well, yeah,
that's
to
probably
them.
less than he spent on the dang hookers.
Yeah. He just went in for a rub and tug. I mean, come on.
Why
He just
though?
won the Super Bowl 2 weeks ago.
And so that's.
I mean, I'm not giving him an excuse. I'm just
I'll never understand why wealthy men.
well, probably because they're the only ones who can afford it. I mean, I don't know how much it costs. I've never done it.
I'm not trying to delve into that topic, but it's. I mean, surely it's not that expensive. It's not just wealthy men that go into places like that.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, normal people. Well, I don't know. Again, I've never done it.
See, the point, you don't know either. You don't know just as much as I don't know, like, why people do this.
I mean, I don't know. I don't plan on ever doing it.
I don't get it.
So I don't think it's worth jail time. So,
No, absolutely not. And that's the other thing.
which he won't see any jail
You're
time.
the owner of the Patriots. I get you're not Tom Brady. You're not as recognizable. But you're the owner of the Patriots.
Yeah.
Somebody is going to know who you are, or at least find out who you are.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to say something. Like, how do you do that expecting to
Not have anyone ever find out about it.
to get away with it, basically? Like, how?
I don't know. Again,
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make
whatever.
any
Well,
sense.
he'll pay his little fine and just get
Yeah.
suspended for 6 games, and then we'll go on like it never happened.
Exactly. Just go on like it never happened and moving on.
Well, I mean, the NFL did suspend. That's the thing. That's funny. The Colts owner a couple years ago got caught using drugs and stuff, and he got the same same penalty. He got
Maybe
6 game
it's just because of the
suspension and
rivalry.
$500K fine.
You think it's the rivalry?
Yeah, it's
I
just-
still think it's Takashi. I think
You think
I think
Takashi is
was on-
telling on
I
Kraft?
think Takashi was probably there. Well, no.
How would he be there?
When did this happen?
When
When
did-
exactly? Like not I know the news just broke, but when was
When
he
the video?
in?
Oh, I don't know. I think it was a couple months ago.
And there it goes again. Boom, fixed. Okay.
Bang. We'll figure
Fourth
it.
wall has completely been torn down on
We'll,
this show.
we'll figure it out later.
Fourth wall. We can barely afford these 2 walls.
Yeah, we're broke.
Oh God.
I couldn't even afford a wall behind me. I had to edit one in.
Yeah, you got that green screen.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, hey.
There it goes.
See, we're
I
a
could
little
just,
fancy.
It's just green screen.
All right. So let's go to the comments real quick. Let's see what we got going on in the comments. I feel like our comment machine here is not quite showing everything.
All right, this is it.
Because
Well, here,
it's a little
what is
wacky.
Amanda said something.
We got anything going on Twitch? How's everybody on Twitch doing?
Well, Amanda on Facebook said that this happened at like 11 a.m. before the AFC game. So I'm guessing when he
Gotcha.
was there.
So
So he hadn't even.
oh, so this was before
he
the
ain't even won
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl
so
yet.
this was before the Super Bowl. This was at 11 a.m. I guess when
He
the
wasn't
bust
even out
happened.
celebrating.
I know.
And it was before the AFC,
It was
so he
before
wasn't
it,
even
so he-
celebrating that one.
This man was pre-gaming.
He was pregame. Well, yeah.
This man was pre-gaming. Imagine how he celebrates.
Well, I
Can
guess
you
I-
imagine partying with Mr. Kraft?
I really don't want to, but
No, it's probably best.
I'm gonna have
not
to pass.
Trying to pull up our comments here because you know what? I'm wondering how everybody's doing. I'm trying to see if we can get some interaction going on here. I want to hear from you guys. How was your week? How was your video is partially muted? Why would you do that? Oh,
That's because we're using copyrighted stuff.
That's the old one though. That's not the one we're actively on right now. That's an old posted video. I thought we were about to get copy striked right off the internet. They're gonna take us down, folks.
Hey, at least we made it 4 episodes.
Hey, we've done pretty good. All
Yeah.
right,
Hey.
we've gotten pretty far here. See if I can. Man, I can't even get logged in here. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Let's see.
Come on, Dylan.
Just it's okay. We'll get there. We're getting there.
We have to have one of these moments every episode, or it's not a true Dylan questions everything.
Yeah, we got to have a moment where we're
Where
trying
we're
to pull our
struggling to
heads
figure
out
out
of our
life.
butts,
Yeah.
you know. That's just kind of how it goes.
That's the
just
appeal of
how
our
it
show.
goes. I don't even know. Well, I don't know the password to that, so we are
Password is
gonna
important.
have to move on from that. Okay.
So,
All right. So
all right.
I think it's time for the question of the day.
The question of the day.
Question of the
what
day.
you got?
My question for you,
Yes.
and for Tyler, producer Tyler, and for everyone watching.
That's me. That's me right here.
At what point did you realize that Jussie Smollett was absolutely full of shit?
The second the story came out.
I didn't even know the guy, so.
So I never heard of the guy before either. I mean, I've heard of the show Empire. I know what it is. I didn't know who he was, and if you showed me a picture of him before, I would have never recognized him. So obviously, this guy is an absolute nobody. Somebody says sent the. Oh, hey Wesley. Wesley, go back to that. Wesley sent the wife to Hawaii so he could have the week to himself here in Japan.
Why did you go to Hawaii?
Oh, so Wesley's a good friend of mine.
Islands.
Wesley's a good friend of mine. I grew up playing basketball with. Hey Wesley, I appreciate you joining us, man. Not to post your business out there, but Wesley's in the Air Force, and they're stationed in Japan, which is I'm very jealous of, dude. By the way, you know, when I enlisted in the Army, I put Japan and I put Hawaii, Italy. I put basically everywhere Oconus on my requested list, and of course got middle of nowhere.
See,
Texas,
the trick is to not request it, and
yeah,
then
exactly. I'm sure if there was a list of places I didn't want to go, and I put my everywhere I wanted to go on that, then I would have. Didn't have enough leave. So yeah, but so he's living in Japan, kicking it up. Always posting awesome social media pictures, making it look like he's living the millionaire lifestyle with all these beach landscapes and
not bad.
Super jelly, man. Super jelly, living the good life. So I think I realized. Let me know what everybody else what you think. When did you realize that? And excuse me, I don't mean to mispronounce his name. It's not Jesse.
It's Jussie.
It's Jussie
Smollett. They're Jussie Smollett.
Why is your name Jussie?
If you say it fast enough, no one will know.
Why is your name Jussie?
I don't know.
You idiot.
So when it,
I don't think that's his choice. I'm gonna be honest.
So when
he's had plenty of choice to turn it around. Okay.
At this point, I think it's a little too late.
Say,
Wesley, when you get back stateside, you'll have to come hang out with us on the show some Monday night. Just let me know, buddy.
So when did you realize it? When did you start thinking there was something up?
Well, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I didn't hear about any of this until he got arrested.
Oh, see, I heard.
Then I looked into it and I was like, what in the world's going on here? I actually didn't hear about it until the dude got arrested to begin with, so that shows you how nobody cares about this piece of crap anyways.
But the second I read the story, I was suspicious.
Yeah, and so basically for people that don't remember, like we said, he was on Empire.
It's a show on Fox, I think.
Yeah, and so he went in and I don't remember exactly the moment that he broke this story, but there was a point in time he mailed himself a letter.
So that happened like a week before.
So a week prior, he mails himself a letter,
I think,
threatening him. You know, and it's basically anti-gay, anti-black, Trump, MAGA.
Yeah.
Blah, right. So he receives. Let me break it down in the order of events. He receives from someone this letter.
Yes.
And then a week later, I think he said after getting off an airplane or walking. He'll tell us. I've got the interview here in a second. He'll tell us in a second. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But basically, he claims that and he makes it a point to say Trump supporters, MAGA. Like it's very. I mean, he's an actor, but it's very intent. There's an intent with his words. Like. Yeah. He's trying to paint a picture.
Oh yeah.
He talked about a noose and described the rope and this is MAGA country now or something like that. So he was trying to paint a picture of this racist hate crime. Except none of it happened. Go ahead, Tyler. I want to play this.
I'm Robin Roberts in New York. Musician.
So this is the interview where he
sat down with me for his first interview
said
since that night in Chicago.
That he was attacked.
Smollett told me how he's doing now and responds to those who.
Jake, hey, pause that real quick. I gotta respond to this. Jake, I absolutely do need some Skydance Brewing product placement on this set. I'm gonna send you my address. If you'll send us something, I will absolutely drink and/or display it on the set.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
1,000%. You're going to be my first sponsor. Thank you so much for agreeing to send me some beer. Jake, you're
my new best friend.
We have plenty of space on that bookshelf in the back for stuff if you want to send it to us.
Absolutely. And you know what? This goes out to everyone else as well, and this is something that I've actually wanted to say for a while, and I hate to break into Mr. Hey, go back full screen for a second. I hate to we'll get back to Dickhead in a second. So,
all right.
If anybody wants to I know if any of my friends own a small business or know someone that owns a small business, I would love to talk about them on the show. I'm not asking for any products necessarily. I'm not asking for any compensation. I want to do this for you. I want to do something for my friends and family and community. Obviously, this show is pretty small, right? I know there's not a lot of viewers yet. There may never be a lot of viewers, but there's nothing necessarily. There doesn't have to be an expense from you. I wanna support you guys and help you any way I can. So if you own a small business, you want us to plug it for you, whether you're local or whatever it is, or if you want to send us some product to display on the show, advertise for you, anything at all. Absolutely, please send me a message. Hit us up in the DMs on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We're everywhere. Let us know. I'd love to do anything I can for anybody that watches the show, and we'll get your name out there. All right, let's get back to it.
Back to Jesse.
I'm pissed off.
What is it that has you so angry? Is it the attackers?
It's the attackers, but it's also the attacks.
He's lying.
Like,
okay, so
at first it was a thing of like,
just watch this, and I hate to keep coming back into this, but you have to watch this video two different ways.
All right. Well,
okay.
Okay.
The first way is the way it aired. Thinking, oh my God, 2 white assholes just jumped this poor man.
Yeah.
And then
this is all a lie.
And then you have to watch it and realize that everything he's saying is bullshit.
Yeah.
The entire time, and he knows it.
Oh, when he tells us that when the reason why he did it comes out, it's even better. So when we get there, it's even better.
Exactly. So go ahead.
Listen, if I tell the truth, then that's it, because it's the truth. Mm-hmm. Then it became a thing of like, oh.
Notice how he keeps emphasizing.
Like, how do you not believe it?
Notice how he keeps emphasizing over and over and over again in this first part of the clip. It's the truth. It's the truth. How could nobody believe this? It's the truth.
And that last little bit that he just said right there, I want to kind of interject, is he said, "How can you not believe this?" So he's attacking and making you feel like one of the people that attacked him if you don't support him. He's going on the offensive in this. He's not being purely defensive, oh, this happened.
No.
He's going out and attacking any critics, and people jump on that and jump behind him and fight that way as well.
Exactly. But it's like the whole tone he takes on, it's like, how could you not see through this? So that first hat that I asked about, right? That first way you kind of watch this video, because I didn't see this when it came out. I never had the opportunity to react to it, not knowing that he was full of shit.
When he got arrested.
And
well, how do you sit there? How do you sit there and act like that, knowing you did it to yourself?
Right. And now, were there? And that brings up another good point.
Yeah.
To himself, did he ever have any physical damage to his body or face, or were there pictures of like? He
had like a bruise and a cut on one of his cheeks.
Okay.
And then he just.
It's just so crazy to me. I don't. All right, go ahead.
That it's the truth.
It's
and
the
then
truth.
It became a thing of like, oh, it's not necessarily that you don't believe that this is the truth. You don't even want to see the truth.
What happened that night, Jesse?
When I landed in
you just don't
Chicago,
want to see the
and
truth.
Frank Gatson, who's like my uncle, and he's also my creative director, and he picked me up, and then we got back to the apartment. There was no food, and so I went out to Walgreens thinking that they were 24 hours and to have a smoke. Walgreens was closed, so I called him up and I said, hey, I'm gonna run to Subway, which was across the street, and I'm gonna get a salad. Do you want anything? I went to the Subway and got the order. During that time, I texted my manager thinking that he was still in Australia because he was on an Australian tour with one of his other clients. And I said, yo, call me when you can. He called me immediately. And while he was on the phone, I heard, as I was crossing the intersection, I heard Empire. And I don't answer to Empire.
I don't answer to pause for a second.
You will refer to me by my first
Keep
name
in-
or not at all.
Keep in mind that this is entirely fabricated in his mind. So the fact that he made this man's yell Empire in this story that he's making up and then going, I don't respond to Empire. He made this up in his own mind. So it tells me that that's probably like something that happens a lot.
Yeah.
You know, or I don't know. I'm
Or
just
something
like,
he
so full of
wishes would
himself.
happen.
He's so full of shit.
Well, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about
Oh my
it. But
gosh.
if he was walking down the street, would you recognize him?
Absolutely not.
And even if he was attacked by two white people, Trump supporters.
And I'm not trying to listen. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to just talk shit to talk shit.
Yeah. No, that's.
I'm
what-
pretty sure Empire is a
It's a good
well-performing show.
Yeah, I mean-
I'm not even going to speak on whether it's good or not. I'm just saying it performs well
It's still
in
on
the ratings.
It's still on TV. So
it's on
obviously
TV now,
it's
so it
someone-
has to be doing something, right?
But
Sorry.
I mean, outside of Empire, I mean, I couldn't name anything else he was in.
I mean, has he been in anything else, or is this his only
And
thing?
see, that's what made me not believe it. Because who's going to yell out Empire? Who's going to yell out the name of the show you're on?
right. That like it doesn't-
you would yell out his name. You would yell something else. But why would you yell out the name of the show he's on?
exactly like that. That doesn't.
No.
And here's the other thing. He's saying it was racially and sexually motivated because he's gay. And then later, we'll hear it here in a second. He'll bring it up. What do you got going on over there?
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, he said that they called him an F word, like
Yeah.
gay slurs, things like that.
Yeah, and then
So that
racist
means
slurs.
that, and obviously we know none of this is true, so it's not that hard to decipher this. But not knowing that, he's saying that the individuals that attacked him knew that he was gay.
yeah.
So why would they call him, if they know that about him, surely they know his name.
Well, yeah, and so why?
And it's a pretty unique one, Jussie.
But I still, what I just didn't understand is why would he call you by the show name?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean,
if they knew you, right? Like
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is, and
If
for
you recognize-
obvious reasons, because we know it's untrue.
Yeah.
But the story is.
and I guess if we didn't
It's
know
got
it was
a bunch of
untrue,
holes in it.
yeah, I guess if we didn't know it was untrue, we'd be more skeptical. But
Exactly, and that's the thing. If we didn't already know that this was BS, I would like to hope that I would still sit here and think to myself, well, why would they call him
By the
Empire if they knew enough about him to attack him?
yeah. So if you see a celebrity on the street, are you going to call him by your favorite TV show?
Absolutely not.
Would you just
No. If Steve Carell,
would you yell at The Office?
well, but then again,
I
we're
might
not
call
talking
out.
about my favorite. We're talking about my least favorite. So if Jussie Smollett were to go walking down the street,
Would you yell Empire?
no.
I think you would be way more likely to call out the character's
Well, yeah,
name.
Yeah, right.
See,
like,
okay,
like I said,
now-
shoot.
What are you trying to think
I'm
of?
trying to think of his name.
Which one?
I know his name.
From where?
I don't want to say because I don't want to admit that I don't know his name. Dwight Schrute, The Office. Rainn Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Rainn Wilson went walking down the street, I know his name. I know I just had to be reminded of it, but I'd probably still be like, it's Dwight.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
But we're also taking
again,
on the complete opposite side.
you're
We're
not
saying
yelling-
we like this guy.
You're not yelling The Office.
I'm not yelling
You're yelling the character's name.
But once again, we're talking about a show that I like. If
Yeah.
this was a show that I didn't like, and a guy that I didn't like enough
Well,
to want to attack
him?
him, I would know his name. That's the point. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
would
yeah.
know
I
his
mean,
name.
I get what you're going with.
If I feel justified enough to attack you, I'm gonna know your name. I'm not gonna call you by your. That's like being like if somebody that works at Subway, you don't like them because they're.
Yeah, I don't like 'em.
because they're a minority and you're just
Yeah.
a bad person and you don't like them for that.
Yeah.
If I see them, I'm not gonna be like, "Yo,
Subway.
hey, come here, boy,
Yeah.
Subway, come here."
I don't know.
Doesn't make any
Which
sense.
too, when you're lying and make up a story, I guess you're not gonna.
Your story's not gonna make up a lot of sense, is it?
No.
No, it's not.
All right.
All right, let's go back to the video. I want to hear some more of this interview.
I gotta.
Then we started tussling. It was very icy, and we ended up tussling by the stairs, fighting. There was a second person involved who was kicking me in my back, and then it just stopped. And
stopped.
They ran off.
They got
and I
they
saw
got
where
spooked.
they ran, and the phone was
Well,
in
of
my
course you
pocket,
did.
but it had fallen out, and it was sitting there, and my manager was still on the phone. So I picked up the phone and I said, "Brandon," and he's like, "What's going on?"
Right.
And I said, "I was just jumped." And then I look down and I see that there's a rope around my neck. Which I
You hadn't noticed it before?
No,
You didn't
because
see
it
it?
was
Keep
so
in mind,
fast.
he's
You know what I'm
making
saying?
this
It was
up.
so
Even
fast.
she's
How long
calling
did
it
this
out.
all
You didn't
It
notice
felt
that
like
before?
minutes, but it probably was
Yeah,
like
go
30
back. I want to
seconds.
see her reaction
Honestly,
again,
I
because
can't
look
tell
at
you
her face.
honestly.
She's like, really? Come on,
It
bro.
was so fast. See that there's a rope around my neck, which I hadn't. obviously
noticed it
She-
before?
she-
You didn't
She's
it was
like,
so
you
fast,
just,
know what I'm
but
saying? It was
you-
so fast.
How long did this all
It felt like minutes, but it probably was like 30
Everybody
seconds,
knows he's full of
honestly. I
shit.
can't tell you honestly. I noticed the rope around my neck and I started screaming. And I said, there's a rope around my neck.
Did you get any kind of
Oh no, rope.
description of
My greatest
I
weakness.
gave a body description, because
Thank
I
God
saw
they've
this,
left, but now what do I do?
and,
There's a rope
right
around my
here or
neck.
whatever, but I didn't see. I can't tell you what color their eyes were. I can't tell you, and I did not see anything
don't
except
understand.
the second person I saw running away, and the first person, I saw his stature. I gave the description as best as I could. You have to understand also that it's Chicago in winter.
It was Chicago.
It was Chicago in winter.
People can wear ski masks, and nobody's going to question that.
Okay.
the police have
So,
gone through
Tyler.
a lot?
They got ski. Okay, let's say he can't remember anything, but the
But-
one thing he can remember, MAGA hat.
Oh, absolutely.
He didn't know a noose was put on his neck. He didn't know any of that, but a MAGA hat.
Absolutely. See, because once again,
That's
the
it.
entire point to this whole orchestration was to make a point,
Yeah.
and to cause drama, and to stir people up, and to
Well, the first
stick a wedge in the racial divide.
Well, the first thing I saw was coming out is that he did it because he was getting cut off the show. And then people
Well,
came, and then
I one of the things I read, and I think I've got a video about it.
Okay, you got a video
in
of
a
it.
minute, but I think it was
Salary.
something about a salary
yeah,
dispute.
he was
right?
mad. He's mad about a salary.
Yeah. So going back a little bit to the timeline, so on
I think the attack happened
so
the 29th.
the attack happened the 29th
Of January.
and this interview happened sometime after, but immediately after the attack, the first public statement was put out. Tyler, if you will. Caught him by surprise. So it says, let me start by saying that I'm okay. My body is strong, but my soul is stronger. More importantly, I want to say thank you. The outpouring of love and support from my village, but village of idiots, has meant more than I will ever be able to truly put into words.
Which too, I think that's what made other people so mad is that everyone did come out and support him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, people are coming out. I mean, you just described being attacked on the street and someone put a noose around your neck.
Exactly, and so everybody came
Like, I
around
don't
to
know who
support
you are,
this
but
guy.
I felt bad for you.
Right.
I mean, you got attacked at 2:00 in the morning and someone put a noose around you.
And
I don't care what color skin you are or who you are. That's terrible.
Overwhelmingly, here's the thing: the overwhelming public opinion of the initial incident, before we knew that once again he's full of shit.
Well, I think after
was
that interview is when people started to be like, well,
something doesn't sound right. But the initial public outcry
was like, this is terrible.
disproves- Right. It disproves the point that he's trying to make. He was trying to make a point about race and about
And
how white
Trump
people and Trump and racism.
And then he was
today.
hoping the publicity would
Guys,
help his
Listen, let me tell you
stage.
something. This opinion means absolutely nothing coming from a middle-class white man, okay? So take it for what you want or throw it in the trash. I don't care. But the point to me is, the way I see the world, racism is a problem. But the bigger problem
It's stuff like
is
this.
how big of a problem we're making racism. Okay?
Well, see, the problem was him falsifying this attack is now the next one that comes out and be like, well, do I believe it?
We're driving a wedge between each other. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Why is it so hard? And yeah, I know I'm preaching to the choir. I get it. But why is it so hard to just shut the hell up and be nice to everybody?
And yes, there are truly racists out there. I won't deny that. They're,
Yeah, and-
they're out
and-
there.
and
we don't. You don't have to search for them.
I'm not defending any of that.
Yeah, no.
That it's awful, and I'm not saying it's not a problem. I'm not saying it's not a big problem.
But stuff like
But
this
the
makes it
way
more a
we
problem.
talk about it,
Makes it
that's even bigger.
better.
That's an even bigger problem.
Which I'm glad that how people reacted when they found out it was false.
Yeah, they absolutely roasted
Went off
the guy.
on him.
And deservedly so, because here's the one thing that I cannot stand. I don't care if you're gay or straight or lesbian or purple. You are not impervious to being made fun of.
No.
You are not immune. I don't care who you are. I don't care how soft your feelings are. If I think you're an idiot, I'm going to make fun of you. And you can do it right back, and we can otherwise leave each other the hell alone and not worry about it.
And
or become best friends and make fun of each other every day.
One thing I've noticed, there's a reason everyone knows and talks about and loves Martin Luther King, but not that many people talk about Malcolm X in the same context.
It's true.
It's because it was two different approaches. One that worked wonders, got desegregation in schools, all that, from love and coming together as a community.
And that's my message, people. That's, I don't mean to sound preachy, but one of the reasons I wanted to do this show to begin with was to have some fun, talk about pop culture, what's going on in the news events right now. Yeah, I know it's the easy thing to talk about, but the other thing I really wanted to get into is I want to have discussions about things like this. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, but why is it so hard to just shut up, be nice, treat everyone with some respect? Nothing else matters.
No.
I don't care who you love. I don't care where you put it. I don't care anything about you or how you live your life so long as it doesn't affect me and mine.
Yeah. Do your thing.
Do your thing. Be happy. Quit being an asshole.
Whatever makes you happy, you do it.
Why is that so hard?
Well,
it's the perfect way to live life.
Which, he did it to increase his salary, and now he's probably not even going to have a career.
Yeah, he said, if you will, he said, despite my frustrations and deep concern with certain inaccuracies and misrepresentations that have been spread by you.
I like how he says misrepresentations like he's blaming other people for messing his story up.
No,
that was perfect in every way.
I had the story perfect, and you guys went and messed it up.
Okay, well, and also, I don't know.
Again, it's a lot of blame just all the way around.
Well, I don't know how well you read up, but the cops couldn't get him to cooperate. They asked for the phone records. They were asking.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so they asked for phone records. Apparently the call that happened while he was being attacked never happened. They can't find any records of it.
So there's not even a record of the phone call. He couldn't even think ahead. Have you never watched a single episode of
anything
of any crime? You could have placed the call.
Yeah.
You know they were going to check.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with you? And he wrote it. Not to mention that he wrote it. So here's where the jury's still out, and I want this episode to age well.
Yeah.
And there's still information coming out, so I'm gonna try to say things that will help this episode age well as we find more information. The two guys, Nigerian or whatever.
They're brothers.
Yeah, the Osun,
they met him. They've met him through being on set. The Empire. They've been some extras. They're like workout buddies now.
Right. So I'm really interested to find out more about the check that was written to these two, because apparently, and I did, I don't think I have it. No, I don't have it prepared.
It was a $3,500 check. He wrote it to him as a workout plan.
Right. It was for 6 days of a nutrition plan
and a workout.
6 days or 5 days of workouts.
Yeah.
Different amounts. It totaled to what, $6,500 or
$3,500.
$3,500. So, of course, now the rumors are that he paid them to beat him up.
I don't think that's been confirmed yet.
I don't think I don't want to go that far. I don't even think he was beat up. I don't think there was anyone paid to beat him up. I think he probably just, punched himself real quick and got a bruise or two.
And I think he had some bruises on his ribs and stuff.
Right. All right. So go to the next one real quick, because I think I had something pulled up for prior to that. Go back. Oh, it didn't update. So I had one, but it's I added it during the show, and I guess it didn't save to your slideshow presentation. So if you want to maybe refresh it real quick and see if you can pull it up. Not to throw everybody off there. Like I said, fourth wall on this show is you see it all. You see it all. There it is. That's the video. So this had something to do about why. Thanks, Wes. Appreciate you. This had something to do with why he did it, I think. So go ahead and play that one real quick. It might not. It might just be
stunning fall
cool
today
stuff.
for the actor who told police he was the victim of a racial and homophobic attack. Tonight, he's charged with a felony, and the Chicago police superintendent who went on
Do we
national
know what
TV
the charges are for
with
this?
his own words for
No,
Jussie
I can't
Smollett.
for anything.
The
Oh, this
actor
dude
who claimed he was the
lit him
victim
up.
is
The
tonight
police
formally
chief.
charged. Police say he orchestrated the whole thing. Charged with a felony for filing a false police report.
Okay.
Free on bond at this hour, he was seen late
So he's
today
free on
leaving
bond.
the courthouse surrounded by cameras. And right here tonight, the new evidence now presented, and that police superintendent who did not hide his anger. ABC's
This
Peter
dude lit him
Thorne
up.
leading us
Let's
off.
hear it.
Late today, Jussie Smollett
hear it.
facing a crush of cameras as he left a Chicago courthouse, holding onto a security guard before slipping into a waiting car. His family joining him in court today to show their support.
Do you believe your brother's story?
As Smollett faced a judge for the first time, accused of filing a false police report. Chicago's police superintendent with blistering words for the actor.
Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career. I'm left hanging my head and asking why.
How is
Why
this a
would anyone,
promotion, like-
especially an African-American man, use the symbolism of a noose to make false accusations? So I'm offended by what's happened, and I'm also angry.
For weeks, Smollett insisted he was the victim.
Who the would make something like this up?
See.
or
You!
add something to it,
You
or-
would!
or
What
whatever
kind
You're
of-
an
it may be?
idiot!
You
Oh
do
my
such a
God!
disservice
Go
when
back.
you
Say
lie
that
about
again.
things
Say it
like
again.
this.
I want to hear him say
Police
that crap
say
again.
that's exactly
Go back
what
to
he
that.
Did. Victim.
And I'm also angry.
For weeks, Smollett insisted he was the victim.
Who the would make something
Oh my
like
gosh!
this up or add something
Oh
to
my
it,
gosh.
or-
Well, I mean, okay.
or
What do you
whatever it
expect
may
from
be.
someone who would
You
do that
such
to
a
themselves?
disservice when you lie
He
about
probably,
things
in
like
his
this.
mind, he
But
probably
police
really
say
believes
that's
it.
exactly
He's
what he
lied
did.
to himself
Smollett
so
attempted
much
to
that
gain
he
attention by
actually
sending a
believes
false
it.
letter
It's
that relied
ridiculous.
on racial, homophobic, and political language.
Well, there's the letter.
When that
Oh
didn't
yeah.
work,
Oh,
I
that
never
is
saw it.
some arts and craft hour
Smollett
stuff.
paid
Oh man, that is some
$3,500
talented stuff right there.
to stage this attack and drag Chicago's
You know he's an artist.
reputation through the mud in the process. And why? This stunt was orchestrated by Smollett because he was dissatisfied with his salary.
See, and that's what.
At the center of
That's
the
what
case,
I
those
just- I
two
can't-
That
brothers
doesn't
first
make
seen in
sense,
that
though.
grainy
How does
surveillance
this
video. Prosecutors today laying out in
that?
excruciating
Th-
detail.
those two things don't go together. I don't
Well,
understand.
it's,
it.
I think it's almost. We feel bad for you. You've been attacked.
It gets the name out of the
His
show.
name's out,
It makes him
Empire's
gives
out.
his name out.
Okay, and you gotta look.
And I guess I made the point earlier that there's no bad press, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I bet,
I mean-
I bet a few more people might be watching Empire this week.
It's coming right back around on you.
I might even watch Empire this week just to figure out what all this is
Just
about.
see who he is.
No, you
But-
know what? No, I'm not going to let him win.
But yeah, I mean,
Asshole.
We will update you later in the
And,
week if
okay,
Dylan
and-
watches Empire.
too. I mean,
I will not.
did you know his name until he got arrested?
Nope. And now we're talking about
And
it.
now
Giving him
now
more
who
publicity, aren't
is
we?
everyone talking about?
This jackass.
So
It goes back
I mean,
to no press is bad press.
and he, you know what? In a year from now, he could recover from this. I mean, you never know. Well, it's Hollywood. People have done way worse and come back. So,
Yeah, but I think.
but the way people reacted, I don't know. Everyone, I mean, immediately jumped on him when they found out it was false.
I hope he gets roasted into oblivion.
Oh, you will.
I really do. And with a name like Jussie, it shouldn't be that hard.
So I don't think. So this is one of those. See, Nike can make a comeback. I don't think he's making a comeback.
Nike's not making a comeback. It was a 1% dip. There's not a comeback to be made. It was just a
hiccup.
The hiccup.
Exactly. There's no.
I mean, that's what it was. It was a little hiccup.
There's for Nike. See, this is hopefully just a man's career crashing and burning.
Well,
Yeah,
you would hope so.
He didn't. He should have waited until he was more famous to do this. He did this way too early in his
Well,
career.
he should have. Well, I mean, he
when
should
he
have
was
never
far
done
too
it.
expendable.
I think, obviously filing a false police report is wrong, but the thing that I'm most ticked off by, I guess, is that he had to go and make it a race thing because.
Well, okay, if two black people, I'm not trying to say, but if two black people attacked him, would he have got as much attention as now? Do you think?
No, and I understand why, but that's part of the problem.
Why? And that's what
that-
makes. So when another story, like I said, when another story like this comes out, we're just gonna be skeptical and we're not gonna pay any attention, and it's just gonna hurt for when people really do get attacked.
Yeah, well, it's a classic boy who cries wolf.
And unfortunately, instead of affecting him, it's gonna affect other.
And
plenty
because of
other
that,
people.
you know he doesn't actually care about
Well,
racism.
no, he doesn't.
It doesn't.
No,
'Cause
just
from
like
his
Colin
point of view,
Kaepernick never
doesn't
gave
he?
a crap. He saw his career going down the tank
And tried to
so
save
he
it.
had to make a move to get the
So I feel
cameras on him.
I feel like that's what
And
Jesse
I
just did.
like his cause. So
Why-
don't get me twisted. I like his cause, but it wasn't his cause, and that's the
Yep.
problem.
Why
he
d-
didn't give a crap.
Why does
he just took it and ran with it.
every person that's
He just
half
took a check
black
from
and half
Nike.
white?
Because he saw his career. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt
Why
you. But
why does every person or celebrity, every whatever, who's half black and half white, decide to identify with the black part for the racial, so they can call on it?
Well, I mean, I guess there's some credibility there, and I don't mean to get into a touchy subject because well, I mean I do, but no, I don't know. The problem is that it's even a topic. I hate people that say, "Oh, I'm colorblind." It's like, yeah, shut up. But part of that's like, yeah, I mean, seriously, what does it matter?
No, I mean, yeah.
I mean, as tacky as it sounds, yeah, that exactly, colorblind. Call it that, because I don't know. People are crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna end the show on our Florida Man of the Week because this Florida man, and Tyler, you're gonna have to skip to 13 there.
Oh, Florida man.
This
All right.
Florida man is like the Florida man of all Florida men.
This good?
A mayor in Florida.
Okay.
Shot back at a SWAT team after they came to
Nice.
arrest him. Play it. Sorry for the peek.
And it is a bizarre breaking news scene in Port Richey where authorities arrested the city's
Again,
mayor.
Port
and
Richey. I think we talked
even
about somebody from Port
strangers
Richey last
fired
week.
shots at them during the arrest.
Behind us is new video from Action Air 1 over the mayor's home. ABC Action News reporter Julie Salomon just arriving there minutes ago. Let's go right to her. And Julie, do we know what charge the mayor is facing?
Well, right now he's facing a charge of practicing medicine without a license. Pasco County deputies served a search
And
warrant
shooting at a SWAT
that
team?
home down the street here earlier this morning, and that's when they say shots were fired. Now, Action Air 1 flew over the scene earlier this morning in Port Richey. Around 4:40 this morning, Pasco SWAT members entered the mayor's house on Hayward Lane in Port Richey. Shots were fired at SWAT members, but deputies did not return fire.
Oh my
FDLE would
gosh.
not confirm who
Wow.
fired shots, but said they arrested Dale Massad, a
Oh,
68-year-old
so they're not
mayor, for
saying that the
practicing
mayor
medicine
shot
without
back.
a license. This was part of
They're-
a 4-month-long
maybe his, like,
investigation.
angsty 13-year-old
FDLE says he
son
had
shot
patients
back.
coming to his home. He performed medical procedures that required at least one person who needed to go to the hospital. This is still a very active scene.
People
out
were
here.
coming
Police
to
are
this
still
man's
working
home for
this
medical
investigation.
procedures and
There
then
is
having to go to the
11:30
hospital because
press
he messed
conference
up.
where we hope to learn more
So the cops
details.
came to
You'll be
arrest
able
him.
to follow us
Someone
online
shot.
and
Shots were
also
fired.
on our mobile app. Reporting live.
Nice.
That's Florida Man of the Week.
Florida.
Always providing us with some kind of
But hey,
good, crazy
guys,
good
I'm
content.
going to the mayor's house.
Tyler, go ahead and start the music roll.
Go
there
to
for me.
mayor's house to
We'll
get
talk it
his
out.
surgery done.
Yeah,
I'll be back later, guys.
Just gonna go to the mayor's house and get a quick knee operation. Normal
Why?
stuff.
And if you're the mayor, I feel like people are gonna know who you are. So why are we operating out of your house?
Yeah, and it's not like they were like former mayor of such and such
He's the
county from a
mayor.
long time ago. They're like, this is the mayor right now, and he's doing medicine
Outside of his
illegally
house.
in his home. What? Keep it classy, Florida.
Florida will always be classy.
Well, this week gave us a lot to talk about, and there's actually some stuff I didn't get to for the first time. I didn't feel I actually had more to talk about than I had the time for, but unfortunately, we are running out of time. We got about 2 minutes left, so I think that's
about it.
That's about it for us guys. Let's head over to the comments real quick and
Check the comments before
see
we leave.
see what we got going on down there. Just want to thank everybody for tuning into the show tonight. Hope you like the new set. If you have any suggestions for us, I'd appreciate them as far as the set's concerned.
And
So
our
we do
and the
have
challenge we're playing next week.
We do have one question before we leave.
Yeah, let's answer some questions
from
Shoot.
Anime and Trash or Anime is Trash and So Am I asks, Dylan, what are you drinking?
So for everybody wondering what this tasty beverage is that I'm drinking here tonight, this is an iced coffee beverage. I believe the brand is Stokes.
I have no idea.
Which is also like a tobacco company? Anyway, no. It's iced coffee. It's iced coffee. Nothing weird about it. Just regular old iced coffee. But if you think there's something I should be drinking on the show instead, maybe a beverage that you manufacture, Jake.
I think Jake has some input about that.
Yeah, I think you should send it to me.
And then
I'll drink it.
Also,
absolutely. we'll have to do some reviews.
Disco Taco asked,
Hey,
where?
Disco Taco. You know what? Actually, well, if he's still watching, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I didn't set him up. Never mind. I was gonna say I had sub alerts set up on the other computer, but I haven't implemented them here yet. So never mind. What's he got to say?
He asked, where are we from?
Where are we from?
Where are we from?
Where were we from? Where are we?
Where
are
we going?
Where
live
you
from?
be? So this broadcast is coming to you live from the good old town of Huntsville, Alabama.
Well, technically Harvest.
Technically. More specifically, my mother's basement.
In Harvest, Alabama.
In Harvest, Alabama. Yeah.
Shout out to Connie.
Yeah, shout out to my mom,
watching.
who I believe is either watching now or will be shortly. She
Connie.
lives and resides in Abu Dhabi,
At the
so
moment.
we're in her empty house, utilizing it as a studio space
Drinking
here.
some iced coffee.
Drinking some iced coffee.
Putting some nice masonry up on the walls.
Spilling stuff on the carpet. You know how it goes.
And normal stuff.
Normal stuff. What else you got?
Just a normal day.
That's it. Well, Anime is Trash also said that in reference to the Patriots head coach, he hates it when he accidentally rapes people.
Oh, dang it. Well, that's a good place to end it, right?
Yeah.
That's a great way to end the show right there.
He also says the Canon T3i is a great camera, which we actually have.
I own several of.
Yeah.
So, but here's the problem with the T3i. The T3i is a fantastic camera, and it can be run with a clean HDMI out, but it requires using custom firmware to do that. You have to replace Canon software with a custom firmware made by, I forget the company, but you got to do a little bit of rigging. It's basically some duct tape and super glue to make it work for what we need. We need an HDMI out that is clean, and we need a camera that does not automatically turn off after 30 minutes, which I believe the T3i does do. So appreciate the suggestion. I think what we're going to end up going for, maybe we should set up a Patreon goal, a financial goal, but our intention is to eventually be able to purchase a Panasonic GH4, which is about a $350 to $450
Sounds fancy.
4K camera that will do everything we need. And I'm talking about buying a used one, but that camera's been out for like 7 or 8 years now.
I don't know anything about cameras, so.
Point is, I've got a good idea what we're looking for. We're gonna have to, rub some pennies together to make that one happen. But
Or
not
if you
to
wanna
sound
send us pennies.
like I said, not to sound like a shill or anything. But if anybody wants to donate to the show, keep us going and support us, we'd greatly appreciate it. We are on Patreon. Just search Dylan Questions Everything. It should be approved by now. And if you want to have the honor of being our first supporter, we'll do something special for you. So the first person to donate to the Dylan Questions Everything show,
we'll figure something
out. I'll make it worth your time. I'll mail you something worth more than the money that you send me, I promise. How about that?
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
I'll send you a surprise.
A nice love letter and poem, if you will.
No, it'll be of monetary value.
Just send them their money back.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great...
We're just a bank.
Minus fees.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
We're just a bank. They give us some money off their credit card. We send them cash.
That's right.
It's like that's just okay. The money gonna.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys. Again, my name's Dylan at Real Dylan Adams. Right there, down there, you see it, Real Dylan Adams. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. We appreciate you guys. We'll play it out with some music. We'll see you next week, 8 o'clock. Later, guys.